Hi, I just want to make it very clear what this video is. I do not accept Gavin James Conop's apology. I do not accept Warden Wayne's apology. I made a post saying that I was willing to see what Warden Wayne would do on Twitter, but I did not understand the magnitude of what he did. I didn't get what he did. I didn't know what was going on. That's the gist of it. And I was wrong for trying to even like I wasn't accepting the apology, but I was wrong for even making a statement on that. What this video is how I felt about Spider-Man Lotus, and like how Gavin just really fumbled the fucking bag. You fucked up because this project was a source of inspiration to a lot of people, and it meant something to a lot of people. It was very important, and it was very momentous in the community. People cared about this movie. People loved that this thing was happening. And it's a shame to find out that the people behind it are just really, really gross. I mean it when I say that they deserve all the flack that they're getting for their actions. Okay? I'm not here to defend Gavin. I'm here to call him a bitch and be mad about this whole situation. Right? You don't need to watch this. I think that goes without saying, but just letting you know, you can leave. You just move on. Do whatever you were doing before you found this video. If you don't care, I wish I didn't care. And I wish that I didn't feel the need to say something. I don't know why I do, but I do. Cuz I I sound like a fucking pussy saying this, right? I know I sound like a bitch saying this, but I'm hurt by the situation, all right? I feel betrayed by Gavin Conop, and I'm not affected by this in the slightest. The thing I thought was cool was made by shit people. Oh, big deal. I just wanted to talk about it because I don't want to keep this inside of me. I don't want to keep this bottled up. I'm not going to keep how I feel about this bottled up, alright? Because there are a lot of things here that make me very upset. Like the way they approached this situation and the fact that they said what they said at all. It's frustrating. It's annoying. It irks me. And I'm going to talk about it and you can't stop me. Fucking I need to shut the fuck up, right? This is after I recorded the whole thing. I really need to shut the fuck up, right? I do want to take this moment, okay, to tell you go support other fan films because there are a lot other fan films being made. And I'm glad that for the most part the people working on those fan films don't seem to be terrible, awful people and bigots and ableists and all that jazz. So, uh, let me think of what I can remember off the top of my head. Spider-Man Every Hour, that one looks really good. Uh, I would be wary because they seem to interact quite a bit with Gavin. Something similar about them could come out, and that worries me. But Spider-Man Every Hour, Spider-Man Panopticon, it's a fan film being made in Brazil, and it seems to be of a similar caliber to Lotus, right? And the costume, I think, looks pretty good. Some might even say it looks marginally better than the Lotus suit. For me, they're on par. Jason, the one High Top Films is making, say what you will about the guy, he's pretentious, but he's making a fan film, and I think really the only thing you have to worry about him is his opinion on comic book media. And I'm glad that that's all we have to worry about him. Because he seems like a fine person otherwise. Probably a few Batman ones. You can watch some Bat in the Sun stuff. I hope nothing bad comes out about them. But Bat in the Sun, they make pretty good Batman fan films, if that wasn't clear by the name. They also do the they do like versus videos, and they're like live action, very well made, with great power. That's a good one. That one, I watched that one get made. Yeah, I was following that one on Facebook for a while. By Samuel Flatman, pretty good. Uh, check that out. That guy got in shape for that. That was nuts. Miles, a Spider-Man story. It's this Miles Morales fan film, and it takes place in the canon of the Raimi films, and I think that it's really well made, really nice, really clean, good editing, very nice, very good. Ooh, Superman Solar. Yeah, that one. That's a Superman fan film. It's like the Lotus of Superman. I don't want to. Fuck. I don't want to compare anything to this, but on. It's in the same caliber. Yeah, let's go with that. Uh, Coincidentally, Spider-Man Solar. I don't know if I said that one already, but again, check that out. They got a pretty good looking CGI model. Ooh, Web of Spider-Man or whatever it was called. Okay, I'll link it. But there's this really good like cell shaded CG animation Spider-Man thing. I think it's gonna be a series, and it looks very good. Really good work. And I've exhausted my memory of fan films and like fan series projects, so I'm gonna plug some fan comics because that's what I know. Spider-Man Urban Legend by Justice on Twitter. I know Justice. We hang out on Discord sometimes. Spider-Man Urban Legend. I don't know much about the story, but I dig Justice's designs. Batman Intimidation Game by the Artsy Fartsy guy. Yeah, I'm plugging in Artsy. How you like that shit? It's my friend Artsy's take on the Batman universe, and his designs are really fucking good. He, I love his series of redesigns. He's also got some Spider-Man stuff, but I don't know if he's just doing redesigns or an actual comic. He is actively working on Intimidation Game. I've seen him make pages, and he posted a cover. It's very nice, and it's coming out this year. Check it out on Twitter. Oh, I I have to plug this. Marvel Extraordinary is a project with. Okay, this is gonna seem a little egotistical, but it's not just me, right? Marvel Extraordinary. It's a project of me and a bunch of other artists on Twitter who are making our own take on the Marvel Cinematic Universe. There are really cool, amazing people working on this, and I love them. They're my homies. I can tell you this much. They're not saying slurs in RGC. Do with that what you will. It's a full whammy. I should not be plugging this because we don't have a lot worked out yet. Check it out on Twitter at Marvel Extraord. I've plugged it in a video before. I love these guys, okay? Right? And we lost a couple members, very important members, which bums me out, right? But on good terms, on very good terms, right? Listen, man, I just want to say something good. I want to feel good things. I don't want to, because this whole video is very negative, right? And I'm adding like a whole extra 10 minutes of runtime because I don't want to fucking. I don't just want to be negative, alright? I want there to be a bright side because fucking. This shit has been invading my brain space. So check out these other projects. I can tell you a lot of them are being made by really cool people. I know some of them personally. They wouldn't say the N word in a GC. Right? God, this just. I'll let you hear how I feel about it now. Some controversy recently came out regarding Spider-Man Lotus, and I fucking look, okay? This guy's a fucking asshole. I I am so I'm not even I'm just shocked. This is all coming out so fast. It's so sudden. I guess I blindsided a lot of possible signs because I was looking forward to it. A lot of people were looking forward to it, and we were willing to ignore some shit. Like people pointing out the all white cast. Really, that should have said something. It's so bizarre that this was just allowed to go under the radar. I don't fucking get why we let this get so far. God, it got so far. People paid for this to come out. Promises have been made. Money has been invested. Work has been done. People have been hired. People worked. People were fired. People got fucked over to make this stupid fucking fan film about a guy who shoots webs and wears spandex. It is so frustrating to see this as somebody who wanted to do this. A lot of people out there really wanted to make fan films. A lot of people out there really love Spider-Man. A lot of people out there love the story of Spider-Man Blue and other things that were a source of inspiration for this fan film. And it's a real shame that not too long after the death of Tim Sale, that we realize that Gavin James Konop, director and writer of Spider-Man Lotus, and Warden Wayne, the guy playing Spider-Man / Peter Parker in this fan film, and a couple other guys too, for good measure, because why the fuck not? Terrible people, bigots, ableists, assholes, and they got. People figured out. They leaked the DMs, people saw. We know now that they fucking suck. They suck. And I don't even know why I'm recording this rant. I really shouldn't. I really wish that I could just not give a fuck. I really wish that I wasn't aware of Spider-Man Lotus and I could just be angry at it. But I was aware of Spider-Man Lotus. I was hyped for Spider-Man Lotus. I made art for Spider-Man Lotus. I spread word about Spider-Man Lotus to just people I knew in real life because that's how excited I was for this thing. Gavin James did not treat his cast very well. He did not his cast. I don't know about the cast, but they probably weren't treated very well. What I really meant to say was he did not treat his crew very well. And from what I know right now, he not specifically, but particularly did not treat his visual effects team very well. I'm mostly going off what low-res JPEG said on Twitter. I don't remember. I don't know what his name is. I just know him as low-res JPEG on Twitter. But he came out with a bunch of statements about how he was treated while he was working on the film. And there just seemed to be a general lack of communication, or was something or other. Long story short, Gavin was being an asshole. He sent a YouTube video tutorial to low-res JPEG as if he didn't fucking know how to do this shit. That was really patronizing. It's just an asshole move. Hey, here's a fucking YouTube video tutorial. Dude, he fucking knows this shit, alright? He's really good at this shit. I've seen him, follow him. I think the thing about this that really irks me is this fan film meant something to a lot of people. It was a very important moment in the community because it showed that with enough like willpower and drive and just like enough money and enough cooperation and willpower and like teamwork, then anybody could make a film that was as good, if not better, than the shit that like Sony and the MCU were making. It was a symbol of like the little guys coming together to make something that's really big. It showed that some fucking kid from some random place on earth, someone like me, someone like fucking somebody you know from class, someone like one of my friends with enough like willpower could make a really fucking good movie without the help of a big studio. Just like the power of modern day communication could do. The power of modern day communication in making good art. That idea tarnished by the fact that Gavin Lames Conop abused a lot of the people working on this film. It was not good treatment that was given to the people working on this film. It's not deserved. And it's just, it sucks that this fan film probably might not even come out because of the actions of the director and the lead actor. There is a person, and I don't know if it's just one person, it could be multiple, but there are people on the internet leaking shit from Spider-Man Lotus. The first 6 minutes were leaked not too long ago as of the recording of this video. And like, god damn, it looks good. It looks very good, right? It's pretty well shot for a fucking fan film. It's just, people work their ass off, other than Gavin and Warden and Goopy Goblin. There are a lot of very talented people who put a lot of themselves into this project, and their work is going to get shitted on because of the actions of 2 guys or 3 guys or however fucking many assholes there are in the fucking Lotus team. Thanks, Gavin, for making everybody's hard work fucking invalid in the eyes of a lot of people on Twitter. There are people dogging on the suit now online. They're taking the fucking drama as an opportunity to shit on the work of people who are not Gavin James or Warden Wayne. It's not fair to shit on the suit or the CGI because of Gavin and Warden. Because Gavin and Warden were not the people who made that part of this movie. There are a lot of people who put a lot of shit, fucking effort into this movie, and their work is getting shitted on, and it's not their fault because their work is fucking good, right? And it looks clean as shit, and we were like, holy shit, this looks like something that was made for an actual movie, but it was made by fans, and that was fucking crazy. It was amazing, and I fucking love the fucking Lotus suits, both of them. They're good, and people are shitting on them now because fucking, I don't know, maybe they always thought it was shit, alright, and fuck you, alright, it's good, whatever, fucking, oh god, I'm so tired. I wish that I could live in a world where I didn't care about this stuff. This type of shit is making me wish that I wasn't a Spider-Man fan. Spider-Man is a huge part of my life. A lot of my fucking formative years were based off of Spider-Man. But just, it's not, okay, let me get to my real fucking thesis statement for this. wish that it didn't get this far. I really wish it didn't. I wish we found out that Gavin was a shit person earlier, like in pre-production, and it wouldn't have been far enough to reasonably be. It's like so close to coming out, and it's fucking been trashed. And I'm glad that we know that the people behind it are bad people, but I wish we knew sooner. Because people's hard work is not going to pay off now. Potentially not going to pay off now because of this whole situation. I fucking hate Gavin James Conop, dude. I fucking hate Gavin. I always felt like there was something off about him. He always felt a little strange to me. There was some homophobic dog energy in him, right? And I just excused it as him being kind of quirky because I mean, what kind of kid prefers to make a Spider-Man movie instead of like anything else? Me. I'm the type of kid who prefers that. But man, I don't even remember what I was talking about. I want I want the fan film to come out for the sake of everyone else on the team who worked their ass off to make the best film they could possibly make. I want people's hard work to have been worth it. I want to see the effort that these people put into this movie pay off. I also want to see Gavin James Conop put in a fucking box and thrown off a bridge. That's a bit extreme. I will admit that. Or maybe it's not. I don't know. I fucking hate this fucking asshole. Listen, I I hate bigotry in general. But I had faith in this dude, right? I thought he was a good person. And it goes to show why you shouldn't trust people on the internet. Because he wasn't a good person. He was an asshole. Listen, okay. He's like. He makes a valid argument for, like, things I said when I was 14, 15. But, dude, you're 16 and that wasn't that long ago. How do I know your birthday wasn't recently? It's just. They're. Okay, listen. I got. I'm gonna admit to this. I used to be racist. Not really like okay. It's hard to explain, but similarly to Warden Wayne, I grew up in a place where it was not too uncommon for someone of my complexion to be saying things like the N word, or the F slur, or the R slur. I was an edgy middle schooler, right? In like eighth grade ish, like 6th to 8th grade, I had this super edgy phase. I watched a lot of Filthy Frank, a lot of iDubbbz, that crowd. And you know that thing iDubbbz said back in 2016, the double whammy slur fucking on a piece of paper. I used to think that was so fucking funny, and I didn't give a shit whose feelings I was hurting because I was like 14 and I was an asshole. So I said those words openly and freely without a damn care in the world. And you know what? I was making videos at that time, and there are like a couple videos of me saying those slurs. And I took them down because I grew a fucking conscious and realized, hey, these are hurtful statements. Very hurtful statements. All right? And I fucking grew out of it because I realized how much injustice there is in the world, how much the world fucking sucks, and the power that words have, and the fucking history and shit, right? The pain that words carry. Words are very powerful things. and I was like just fucking around with these very, very powerful words that like just I should not have said. And I can say the F slur, but I don't anymore because it really fucks with me, you know? How I was so easily, like, I was so ready to say this shit without hesitation in passing in random, like, conversations, the same way that Gavin and Warden did. And a lot of people in my friend groups, like a couple of my friend groups, were in this phase too. My whole fucking friend group used to say this shit. Fucking, I was in a group of people where this type of behavior was not actively, uh, this behavior was encouraged. Is what I'm trying to say. My my friend group in middle school, we called ourselves the Arsler. We called ourselves Arsler. That was fucked up, right? But we thought it was funny because we were 13 and that was what 13-year-olds do. We don't call ourselves that anymore. Of course we don't. Because holy shit, that was really fucking insensitive. And you know, I'm glad that I am no longer in that phase where I say slurs for fun. But seeing them say this shit so casually, and it's like not even, it's like now, it's a week ago, yesterday ago, they're saying this shit. They're saying this shit now regarding the situation. They're using these words. They're calling us these slurs, and we don't fucking know what they're fucking saying right now. We don't know how they feel, but it's probably anger and bitterness. Or maybe I'm projecting my anger and bitterness. It's certainly a lot of slurs going around in that GC right now. I can tell you that much. And they're saying that they said this years ago, or they're making an excuse that like that's the old them, and they changed and they've fucking moved on from that. I don't fucking know if that's true, but if it is true, fucking good for you. But you still said it and you need to own up to it. Fucking asshole. Because I went through this arc of realizing how hurtful these statements are and forcing it out of my vocabulary, just scrubbing it clean out of my fucking mind dictionary, and these assholes are throwing it around the same way I used to when I was 13, and it sucks because that's so immature and fucking dumb. It's middle school playground shit, and you are my age and above. You are as old as me, and I've gone through this arc already. I've moved on from this shit, and you should have moved on from this shit too. You should not be saying this shit anymore. You are fucking like, you're gonna be an adult, and you're gonna be a shit one, Gavin. You fucking prick. You inspired hundreds and thousands of people to engage in creative endeavors like this, alright? There are tons of artists who were inspired by what you did and what you aimed to do with Lotus. And we fucking praise the shit out of you. We fucking respected you so much for how far you were able to get and how good what you were making looked. Fucking piece of shit. You were fucking... you were supposed to be good. You were supposed to be good. I don't understand how fucking childish you have to be saying this shit still. Grow up, Gavin. How can... Okay, fuck. I'm stealing this from a tweet. I heard this from a tweet, but it fits too well with this situation, alright? How can you be like such a Spider-Man fan and not get the fucking point of the character? Are you even trying to be a better person? You're fucking trying to hide this shit. You're trying to weasel your way out of this shit, alright? You fucked everything up, dude. God, you. I can tell you personally that I know a lot of people, like close, not close, in passing, I know a lot of people who were very, very inspired by what you are doing with Lotus to pursue their own personal creative endeavors, right? There are so many fan films that went into production because you put this fucking idea in their heads, right? There are a lot of people who started their own projects because you started Lotus. I can tell you that because I'm one of those people. It got my brain, it got the cogs in my head spinning again, and it made me want to do something creative. And now I have fan comics because of it. I've got like a couple. I don't need to fucking mention that, but I do. You fucking made me want to make art because you were so fucking cool. You were able to scrounge up a group of people and enough money to get to do it, and more than enough money. You were so inspiring. And you fucking, I bet you knew that. Surely you knew that. Because you kept this a secret. Right? You should be fucking ashamed of this. You need to learn from this. Right? You need to fucking grow up. You need to stop saying this shit. You need to stop acting this way. You need to stop thinking like that toward these people. It's not fucking, it's regressive. It's bigoted. You're a bigot and an asshole and a liar and manipulative, and you suck. Fuck you, Gavin James Conop. I hope you're fucking happy. Good luck making your fan film, dickhead.